Jeez. In this video, I will be discussing something very important, something that a lot of people need to realize and understand every single day. And that is the world is yours, good or bad. You know, we're going to get into it. I want to give a quick salute to myself because I'm about to have 600 G's. Salute to all the new G's, salute to all the day one G's. You know, it's an honor to have an impact on all the people I'm inspiring and impacting. I could feel that I'm shifting the energy out here of this culture and shit like that, and it's a blessing. And that's really my duty as a leader in the first place, to do the right thing with my influence. And that's what I feel that I'm doing by the grace of God. You know, salute to everybody that made it another day on the marathon. Today is day 73 for me, and the marathon continues. Salute. It's important that you take responsibility for everything that's going on in your life. And most people will never do that. It's important that you take responsibility for where you are right now. You have to understand that you put yourself in that situation, whether it was consciously or subconsciously. You know, why do you think people get over death easy and move on with their life after maybe a couple weeks or a couple months? Because maybe, you know, most people don't realize that they do it subconsciously. It's like you know, but it's like you don't know that people walk themselves into the face of the Grim Reaper. Whether it be from living irresponsibly, hanging out with the wrong crowd, you know, whether it be karma from irresponsible decision making from years and years and thinking that they got away with it, you know. Or maybe it be just thinking that it can't happen to them, not believing there's a Most High and somebody watching their every move. And eventually they walk themselves into the face of the Grim Reaper and they die. And then life goes on, because life don't stop for nobody. And that's something that you got to understand out here, G. Don't nobody give a fuck about how you feel. Don't nobody really even give a fuck about your existence. Because when you die, life is not going to stop. And that's just the facts of life. So you got to put yourself first and understand that if you don't learn to love yourself, ain't nobody going to really know. Ain't nobody going to do it for you. You know, and you're not going to even be able to really experience it anyway. How you know love if you don't know self-love? Self-love is the first love. You know? If anything, you just probably want the instant gratification of knowing that somebody is giving you something that you don't give yourself. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, for instance, you got money to buy something, but instead of you buying it, you got somebody else buying it for you, and it's feeding your ego. You know, you don't even realize that your ego get real big, and maybe that person switch up on you, and now you just went from high to a real down low. The world is yours, G. From every decision that you make, choices within choices. From the food that you eat, the people that you hang out with, from the women that you choose to be around, from the choices that you make day to day, from being on your fucking cell phone all day or being on a fucking video game all day and not taking the time out to grow as a person for yourself. That is your choice. You letting time waste and go by. There's no such thing as things just happening. Most things happen premeditated. So understand that when something happens, whether it be from somebody, especially from another person, it was premeditated. It didn't just happen. It's not like the thought just popped up in their brain and they did it immediately. It takes a thought process, and for them to figure out, you know, the ins and outs to why they should make that decision and how can it benefit them and if it'll benefit them. Which is why most women will never approach you, but you'll approach them. Because they don't want the ego destruction of being rejected. Or they don't want the ego destruction of you know, of them fucking with you and you realizing that they not worth it and you cutting them off. So they rather you walk into, you know, it. Knowing that they got a whole bunch of other dudes they talking to. They're not going to really give you the time of day. They're going to play with your emotions for their own benefit. And at the end of the day, when it don't work out, you have nobody else to be mad at but yourself, and they understand that. That's why they rather you make the choice and not them. Because most women don't even respect the lifestyle that they live. So they don't. That's why they don't have the balls to approach men. It's not because men are scary or they really afraid of rejection for real. It's just that they don't live a decent enough lifestyle for them to even have the real courage to approach a man and let them know that I want you in my life. And when I bring you in here, you know, you don't got to worry about drama, this, that, and the third, because 9 out of 10 times it will be drama. It will be. Every woman I've ever dealt with in my entire life came with drama. And I'm sure that a lot of people can relate with me on that. So keep that in mind. The world is yours. You understand that anything a doctor tells you doesn't mean anything, because you have to understand that if a doctor's in school for 10 to 12 years, then maybe the doctor's brainwashed. Have you ever thought about that? What is the point of being in school for that long to do anything? What the fuck? I mean, that's how I look at it. What the fuck I need to be in school for 10 years for? Are you crazy? Not me. I mean, I thought about being a doctor. I ain't gonna lie. But I just don't see it as worth it. You feel me? It's yours. You understand that whatever you want in this world, you have to put in the work for. Because nothing will be handed to you, because that is not fair. Why would you want anything to be given to you? You want to live with that paranoia of people putting you on a menu? Because you getting it and they not, they got to work for it, but it's given to you? Why would you want that? Who the fuck do you think you are to even think that you deserve that? You know, that's what happens when you live in your ego for too long. You've been feeding the wrong wolf. You know, like they say we got 2 wolves. You know, you've been feeding the wrong one. You got to starve that motherfucker because he been eating too good for too many years. That's what I'm doing. You know, you got to understand that you got to work for everything that you want, man. Everything. Whether it be the kind of woman that you want, the kind of lifestyle that you want, the kind of body that you want. Everything. Because nothing is going to be given to you whether you like it or not. Because your feelings don't matter. And when you choose to make your feelings matter, that's a choice too. When you wake up in the morning and choose to be on your phone, before you even brush your teeth, figure out what you're going to eat, what you're going to do for the day, you on your phone checking on everybody else and what they doing. Why? Because I believe that social media and all this other shit is a big competition. You keeping in tune with the competition because like they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So why do you think people are more attached to their cell phones more than people that they truly love or care about? Why do you think a mother is going to be on her cell phone more than she's going to be with her son or her daughter? Because like they say, keep the friends close, but the enemies closer. And that pertains to everything. Friends is a form of love. And enemies is a form of evil. I break it down like that. And we all know that this cell phone is evil. So that's why I'm on here just only doing the right thing. I don't need to be on this cell phone doing anything else. I don't give a fuck what everybody else is doing. I don't care. You know? And if you keeping in tune with me, it's not like you watching what I'm doing, because I'm on here for you. Because right after I get off this phone, I'm back to doing what I got to do for myself. Because like I said, I'm real in real life. I'm not social in real life. This is probably the most talking I ever do throughout my entire day. And that is by choice. Because I understand that I'm giving my energy to the right thing. Understand that the world is yours and you got to be, consciously aware of what you give your energy to. Keep that in mind. I ain't going to make this shit too long. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Salute all my new G's, salute all my day one G's, and keep in fucking mind, every single day you wake up, every choice that you make, the world is yours, and take responsibility for that, and your life will be amazing. The marathon continues. Salute.